Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Josh over here at American AF and Dumb Sopranos. And we've got with us a special treat today. We've got Ricardo with iCANS. It's not his first time on the channel, but definitely it's his most important and his most, I don't know, what would you say? Most glamorous?
I guess so. I guess so.
Alright,
I don't even know how to say. Yeah, thanks for having me.
welcome back, welcome back.
Yeah. All
So
right.
we
So
wanted to do a quick little update, kind of the changes that iCANS has made over the last few months. It's been a couple months since we've done a video on iCANS, and yeah, lots have happened since the last video that we made, right?
yeah, a lot has changed. Too much to go over. Honestly, it's just the high level big features to keep this short and sweet. I think would be great to show everybody.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right in it,
Yep.
man. We're sharing your screen, checking out what
Yep.
you have. So show us some new changes. Now I've been using this obviously every single day. However, Alexis, and I'll be honest with you, Alexis does all my back end stuff for the most part. I always see the driver app. I pretty much live in the driver app. So show us what you got.
Okay.
I want to learn through it.
All right. So first off, let's just start with the asset forecast. We put it in the command center because it makes the most sense to show this where you're managing all your orders. And then one thing you can do here, this one shows that I have zero inventory, and if you hover over it, it shows you a breakdown. Okay, it's like how many do I have pending delivery, removal, how many are on the truck, how many are deployed. So it gives you a lot of insight there. Um, Another thing that has changed is this all orders tab. Um, this this now shows you essentially your profits on every job, so you can keep track of it better. Um, so this data is automatically filled in by the driver app, and all you got to do is hit complete. It filters out, and this data is very soon about to feed into a dashboard that we have coming out in I think hopefully next week. Um, right here, as you can see, it has orders, task, top 10 customers, credit card payouts, material type breakdown. Here you'll be able to see your average tonnage per yard and average price per yard for a landfill. Um, and then, lead source, average time spent, asset turnover ratio, and utilization rate. This is a huge metric for me to keep track of in my business. Um, this one is average revenue and profit per size. And then here we have a profit and loss. So because I'm a hauler, I was frustrated at QuickBooks not letting me see my profit and loss statements month after month in a graph form. Why QuickBooks doesn't do that, I have no idea. Um, and so we're taking the data from QuickBooks and putting it into a graph. So does that make sense?
So the data, this profit and loss is coming from your QuickBooks, not from the
QuickBooks.
software
Yeah.
itself. So if you
No,
don't have
just
your
this is straight
QuickBooks
QuickBooks.
linked, you won't see
If you
that.
don't have QuickBooks, yeah, you won't see this. You'll pretty much work off of this graph instead. So, this is just iCANS data if you don't have so it would make sense like that. So, yeah, so this is coming out very soon. I can't wait, bro. So there's that. Another thing we added specifically for you, Josh, was this send quote feature. So basically, just send the customer a quote, and it saves the job as a draft. A draft does not show up on dispatch, and it will automatically convert into a task once the customer submits payment through the link. So that way, if you want to run your business as like we don't drop it off till we get paid, then that's the best function for you. Is that how you use it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So there's that.
And the notification now that we get when the customer pays, because a lot of times that was kind of a thing too. So now we also get a notification that, hey, that quote that we sent out, they're now paid, just so they can go back in there if we're not sitting there. If you don't have a dispatcher working, all day long in front of the computer, you get a notification that you got a paid customer. You go in there and then you schedule it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we have our fancy calendar now. So I really wanted to keep this simple. I don't, I wanted to not have too much clutter. And so basically, you just click on whatever day and view all the jobs on that day. You can hover over here, over the number, and get a breakdown. So out of these 5 jobs, 4 were drop offs, 1 was a pickup, and you can see all this up here. So this just gives you a lot of visibility week to week, what's going on in your business. So, and you can click any of these and see what's going on. Um, so there's that. This one also released. This is our notifications feature. Now everything is customizable. You can now control every footer that would be on the on every notification that goes out to your customers. So you can put the please review, visit our website, contact us here, whatever you want. Um, and then these are the notifications. This is essentially the trigger point. When a drop off for drop off, when it's scheduled, send this email, send this text. When completed, send this email, send this text, and it just keeps on with swaps and pickups. Very very flexible and customizable. Um, Down here, you can set. This one's overweight, so you can say whatever you want. You can create over time reminders, so just automate every 7 days. Like let the customer know, hey, you're over your time. Are you sure you don't need this picked up? Um, so so as far as the texting in my business, I I have this turned on. I have when in progress turned on for my residential customers, but I have all texting turned off for my commercial or my contractors because they're working. They don't need too many notifications from me. So I keep it simple with them and just have when completed. And the way you can create 2 different groups is you can create right here. These are my base notifications, and then if I switch it, this is what my contractors get. Everything else is shut off except this one. Um, so yeah, and then we have invoicing messages. And in here we have a welcome email. We have it where you can send to terms and conditions, and then one thing that didn't finish that is releasing soon is the custom messages, where essentially you can create an automation every 4th of July, send this message out to everybody. Or, you know, we're increasing our prices starting this day. Whatever. You can just create a bunch of notifications and send them out to all your customers, or even just use it as a promotional tool. Like, hey, this weekend we're going to do 20% off, or whatever. It doesn't matter. There's a million ways to do that
Just a
with the
mass email to all your
customizing.
customers at once.
Yeah, everybody in that group, right?
Right.
So if you want one group to get a different message, and then another group, like, yeah, you can do all that. So and then we have the logs. Here you can just essentially see what message got sent out to who and if it was successful. You can hover and see what the full message. You can hover here and see what email it went to. Um, and there's that. Super simple. Uh, we also have this help center now with a bunch of how-tos and some lovely videos you made for us right there. Step-by-step guides. So that's super easy. And then this is not completed yet. This hopefully will majority of it will be done by next week. Um, these are our updated shopping carts. So, oh, wrong one. So this is our updated shopping cart, and we
Notice the
basically,
GIF and dancing gorilla.
yeah, yeah. So we have we can upload GIFs now. I use Google Gemini to build make this for me. So now you can give your shopping cart a little bit more personality. So there's that. Uh, you can select the address. We basically moved this here to the front to where the customer can move the pin where they want it, because what it does is it commits the customer subconsciously more to going down the rabbit hole and placing the order. So now you can see once I submit or once I put in the address, then the price populates. That
Mm-hmm.
way, if you charge different prices in different areas or the further out you charge, you charge more. Like based on the address, it'll show them what applies to them. And so here, we just select the date that we want, hit apply, enter in our contact information. Here we'll enter in our credit card and just some address. And they have to agree to your terms and conditions right here. After the credit card is entered in is when we ask for add-ons that you can do to your shopping cart. And the reason being it's exactly how Uber Eats does it. You get them fully committed, and then an add-on is what's a little more, And so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that way it just breaks up the payments. It doesn't feel as big when you're doing a bite at a time, versus looking at the total. But yeah, here we will bubble wrap the driveway and add it to the shopping cart here, as you can see. And then you just complete the order. And this is what your customer sees. And then in iCANS, we now see it in our request tab right here. Just hover over and get to see where the customer wanted it placed. And then you just accept it. That easy. So yeah, those are the bigger updates that have come out. So and
So
then
definitely
a
bigger
bunch of
updates
other
is going to
ones.
be the forecast tool, the
Hmm.
calendar, the
Calendar.
text messaging notifications,
Yep. Yep. The
and
shopping cart, the quotes.
shopping cart.
Yep.
Updated shopping
Yeah.
shopping cart because you already had a shopping cart.
Yeah. Yeah. We're it it's getting super updated. Like we are completely overhauling it. This was the first draft of it. So um yeah. So next week a huge chunk of it should get released as well.
And the profit and loss, we touched on that a little bit. Not the profit and loss. That the dashboard too is another one that's going to be coming out hopefully next week or two. But the profit, the when you were showing earlier how it calculates the profit on a specific job, and you said that's based off of how the driver enters in the ticket, right? It automatically calculates. It automatically transfers over from the app as far as like what the dump ticket was, and then it spits out your profit. Is there a way to customize that down the road as far as like, okay, this specific truck cost me X amount to run per job or fuel, or how does that work?
So not yet, actually. That is part of the plan.
Okay,
So we have trucking cost here. So right now you would just have to manually enter it in or
okay.
just put nothing. It just depends on how you want to what you consider, do you consider this part of your cost of goods or not? Um, but what I plan on doing is to automate this, because if I know how much your driver is getting paid, how they're getting paid, how much time they're spending on each job, well, how much your truck payment is, how much fuel is in your area, then we can pretty much calculate what roughly your cost was on your transportation expense.
Mm-hmm.
So um so right now it's a manual entry just to get this out sooner, because that's going to be a lot of work to get that in there. But once you get it in there, just man, that's going to be saving people so much time. But you know, I just use a quick math, because realistic, at least in my business, I have a separate company that owns the trucks for liability purposes. So if somebody crashes, well, you can shut down that business if you have to, you know, and so my dumpster company pays this trucking company just a flat number, and that's just how I have it structured. And then I have that business paying my wife and my kids a salary. So, um, so for me, it's pretty easy just to put a quick, easy number here.
Sure.
So,
Interesting.
yeah,
And
yeah,
this is now. This is stuff that we can do now. Well, right?
yeah.
Not the.
This is now.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, your daughter's using it. Hopefully,
Hopefully,
so,
I'm about to go in there and play with
so
it a little bit. But no, I love
well,
it. I mean, again, it's just things that it just with updates coming out every couple of weeks, or even a couple times a month. It's there's always new things that you learn, and yeah, y'all are coming out. We're coming out with some crazy updates all the time. I can't wait to see the dashboard.
oh yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for the dashboard. I'm really
That's gonna be a
hoping
big
they
one.
finish it for next week. So
Super cool.
that's gonna be killer.
All right, we're
Yeah.
gonna wrap this one up because Ricardo has a demo to do. So about to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Link to sign up will be down in the description below. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, Ricardo.
All right. Deuces. Bye.